Well, hello, Life Point Youth. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I just wanted to take some time really to recap and give you the rundown. If you missed it, go back and watch our services. But we wanted to take some time to just debrief our message and what we were talking about this past Wednesday. I think it's incredible to see God moving in the lives of the Israelites through Exodus. That's what we're going through right now in the Bible Engagement Project. I hope you have the app if you don't. But we looked through Exodus 14 in the first week, a couple of weeks back, and just were able to see God providing and saving the Israelites at the Red Sea, being able to do an amazing miracle. And last night we talked about yet another one. But what's interesting here, and we talked about this past week, but what's interesting is that the Israelites grumbled through the entire time. They were in the wilderness and they had seen the provision of God, yet they still grumbled. And I think what's so cool, I'm only going to read just a little bit, but it says in verse 6 and 7, it said, Moses and Aaron said to all the Israelites, because they were hungry, they needed food. And so they said to all the Israelites, in the evening, you will know that it was the Lord who brought you out of Egypt. And in the morning, you will see the glory of the Lord, because he has heard your grumbling against him. Who are we that you should grumble against us? You see, Moses and Aaron knew that the Israelites' grumbling wasn't against them as their leaders. It was actually against God. And it was because of that it was worse. And it's amazing to me. I still read Exodus and I still am just amazed at the fact that the Israelites could see God's hand time and time again. And countless times they decided, nah, it's not good enough. And what I think is so amazing, we talked about this, is that our attitudes matter in how we experience God. Our attitudes matter. If we were like Moses and Aaron and just able to receive and see God's goodness, see his glory, see his blessing, see his provision, we'd be a lot better off. A lot of times though, we end up like the Israelites. We're grumbling against God. And we went on to talk about that story and how they had as much, or they were instructed to eat as much as they needed, not to take any more, not to take any less, because on the Sabbath they were going to get 2 times the amount, and then they were actually going to be able to cook it and keep it for the Sabbath. That way they didn't have to go out. But see, a lot of people didn't believe or didn't know what God was doing. God wants to provide for us. That's another thing that we talked about. He wants to provide for us. He wants to be able to say, hey, I want to give you these things. I want to give you amazing things, but we have to have the attitude to receive it. We also talked about trust and obedience being key, because like I said, at the end of this process, they were supposed to gather 2 times as much. Then they were going to not have to do anything on the Sabbath. They were just going to cook what they had gotten the previous day, and then they were going to be good. But a lot of the Israelites didn't believe that. They didn't trust that God was going to provide for them. They wanted him to provide in the way that they wanted, in their plans, in their things, in what they had. Let me tell you something. We have to trust and we have to obey in the Lord, because if we don't, we're going to miss out on seeing the blessing and the provision that he wants to give to our lives. Guys, our attitude matters. Don't be like the Israelites who are grumbling. God will still listen and he'll still provide. I think that's another crazy thing in this story. He'll still provide. He's still there. He's not going to give up. He's faithful. But please, please, please check your attitudes. Check your heart. Make sure that you're able to see God's goodness. Because if you don't, man, you're going to miss out on so much. And you're going to find yourself running in circles, just like the Israelites did. That's why they were in the wilderness for so long. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the message this past week. If you didn't have a chance, go back and watch it. It's on our Facebook and on our YouTube. But I hope you guys can see it. I hope that it was encouraging to you. Man, I can't wait to see you tomorrow for services at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. We have a 9 a.m. live stream as well. But we have junior high conversations for our middle school. So if you're a middle schooler, 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, man, come out. It's going to be an incredible time. We're wrapping up a in-depth dive into prayer, so you don't want to miss that. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Well, hello, and thank you so much for watching our video today. Before you go, if you'd like to stay connected, you can like our Facebook page or follow us on Instagram at LPYouthAZ. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you do not miss another LifePoint Youth video. We also have our midweek service in a podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and you can find it by searching LifePoint Youth Audio Podcast and listen anywhere on the go. For more information regarding service times and events that are happening, visit us at lifepointaz.com/youth. Thank you so much again, and have a blessed day.